Fat Loss 101. What are the 5 steps to achieve constant and everlasting fat loss? Who has ever had this happen? It's okay, I'm bulking. And now, my stomach looks like a sad face. Coach Ryan from Functional Flex. Today's lesson, we're going to talk about Fat Loss 101. It does not matter if you're a man, a woman, or an alien walking around on planet Earth. You do this protocol right here, I guarantee you're going to get long-term, consistent fat loss results you get to keep. 5 basic steps I've broken down for you guys, but I would grab a notepad and get ready to take some notes so you can make all these gains yourself. Step number 1, know where you are. And what I mean by that is you need to know exactly where you're at this point in time. So many people are training and they're eating and they're doing all these things, but nobody's tracking anything. You're not tracking your calories, you're not tracking your sets and reps, you're not tracking your weights. You don't actually know exactly where you're at. So we gotta get some real stats on where you're at with your physique right now. So we're talking progress pictures, body stats, measurements, weights, things like that, tracking in the gym and figuring out where your calories are at. Then you gotta know exactly where you wanna be. So you're trying to achieve fat loss. Where? What do you want most? Is it in your legs? Is it in your abs? Is it on your chest? What are you trying to achieve? And what's it gonna look like when you do? I want you to get a real clear vision right in your head right now of what your body's gonna look like once you achieve that fat loss goal. Now you get to develop the plan to achieve this goal. There's a few short, simple steps that are gonna make sure that happens. First step, you gotta figure out your calories and your macros, your new calories and macros. So hopefully you got your maintenance, you know where you're at. You're gonna drop at 500 calories. So we're gonna go into a 500 caloric deficit. That's gonna produce about a half a pound to a pound of fat loss per week, which in the long haul, over time, over a few weeks, is going to be dramatic differences in results. You guys are gonna be able to preserve most of your muscle mass here, and you're gonna burn strictly from fat. And it is not a dramatic, super crazy, hard to maintain deficit, so you can stay more consistent and get better results over time. Now you gotta know what you're gonna do with these new calories and macros. Are you gonna do a meal plan or are you gonna do tracking? If you're gonna do a meal plan, sit down, plan out all the meals you're gonna eat, food you like, whatever, make sure it fits to your calories and your macros, go to work, don't break off the plan. If you wanna do more of a flexible dieting approach and track your foods, great, get a food tracking app, put your ratios in, make sure you got your right amount of calories and macros, and then track your foods and make sure you don't go over the calories or the macros. Regardless of what method you have just chosen, you need to make sure it's customized for you and your lifestyle. So don't force yourself to eat 6 or 7 meals because you read it online or something like that if that doesn't fit for your lifestyle. Doesn't matter the meal frequency and it doesn't matter when you eat them. You could do intermittent fasting, you could do 3 meals, you could do 10. It's up to you and it's up to what works for you and what you can maintain consistent in your lifestyle. Step 4 is the most important step and it is the one that most of you are going to want to skip, but you absolutely cannot if you want to achieve long-lasting fat loss. You must track everything. And what I mean by that is we go back to the pictures. You got to pick a day every week. You take pictures, you're going to take measurements, you're going to do a check-in with your training, you're going to do a check-in with your physical body and your mind and see how everything's going with your new macros, your new calories, and your fat loss progress. It absolutely has to be done every single week and you must chart it, you must save it, you gotta have a place you store your pictures, you gotta have notes that you take and things you write down. You cannot simply step on the scale, step off. You need to track everything and be well aware of where you're moving and in what direction. Step 5 is you continue to monitor and you adapt as needed. So you're checking in weekly, you're doing your progress picture, your stats, all that. Over time, as you achieve lower and lower body fat, your calories and your macros will need to change with it for this new energy expenditure. So if you've been at any level of a halt for a few weeks, you haven't seen many changes in your pictures, your stats for a couple weeks, it's probably time to reassess the macros. And all you do is you go back to step 1, you start the whole process over from the beginning. So we go right here. Know where you are. So you got your new stats, your new body, what do? Then you're gonna know where you wanna go. Where do you still wanna get with that body? What results are you still trying to achieve? Then you gotta develop the plan, you gotta get a new plan, new calories, new macros, all that. You go right back to tracking weekly and adapting it as needed over time. This is the cycle of fat loss that never ends. You can literally repeat this process over and over until you have achieved your ideal body fat to muscle ratio, your ideal weight, whatever it is you're trying to get. You can do this process repeatedly and it's going to get you there. There absolutely is no magic pill. There is no magic supplement. There is no magic program or cardio anything. If anybody tells you that, they're just trying to sell you something. This is how you achieve long-lasting, long-term fat loss that you get to keep. You're not gonna yo-yo and rebound from this type of dieting. You're not gonna have any of that. We're building a lifestyle. That is what you build here. And when you build a lifestyle that suits your goals, you get to keep it for the rest of your life. Now, the funny thing about all these steps is you cannot leave one of them out. If you leave any one of these 5 steps out of the mix, the game's over. You're gonna fall off, you're gonna be back in your old habits, you're gonna be back in the old ways. You absolutely must take this seriously and do this 100% if you want 100% results. So that wraps it up. Not too much more to say because it's a pretty simple process if you follow all the steps. Thank you for checking out the channel. Thank you for watching this video. Go ahead and subscribe to this if you guys really liked it. Go ahead and tell me what you thought in the comments below. Share it out if you thought it was helpful, and check out my custom online coaching at functionalflexfitness.net. I appreciate you being here and watching this video. Have a fucking awesome day.